On a windy Saturday afternoon, the Bridgewater-Raynham Lady Trojans host the Oliver Ames Lady Tigers in the 2018 Division I South Sectional first round matchup. Bridgewater-Raynham getting the number 4 seed overall, Oliver Ames getting the number 13 seed overall. BR coming into this match with a record of 14 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. Oliver Ames coming in with 11 wins, 4 losses, and 3 draws. And we are underway here from the regional. Oliver Ames coming out of the Hockomock League with a 9-4-3 record, which is good enough for 4th in the Kelly Rex division. Bridgewater-Raynham sweeping the OCL, which gives them the OCL championship outright. Interesting thing about this game is, of course, the MIAA goes off of winning percentages. Had they moved up to the 3 seed and switched with Whitman-Hanson, they would have been taking on a Wellesley team that only had 5 wins on the season. Wellesley finishing at 5-4-7, but Bridgewater-Raynham gets the number 4 seed. Last year's tournament, Bridgewater-Raynham defeated Barnstable in the first round, losing to King Philip in the second round, hoping to make a deep run this year in this tournament with 13 seniors on this year's squad. And of course, the big thing you have to watch out for today's game is the massive wind gusts. Reports already are going to be gusts near 60 miles an hour in today's game. Of course, last night, Bridgewater State men's and women's soccer had to play in these conditions, and it was awful. Of course, several teams already postponing their games until tomorrow to avoid the wind. As we have an early foul here against Bridgewater-Raynham. Wind started from right to left on your screen, now is going from touchline to touchline, from the near side to the far side, so it's going to be swirling all afternoon, wreaking havoc for both teams. As Gibson now will take the free kick here for the Tigers. Strong kick into the wind, hits a wall of wind right before O'Connor can settle it down briefly, but that's kicked out by Fratalia, but still Oliver Ames with possession. Gibson now trying to get to the near side, trying to get around her defender. Gibson is able to do so, getting to the top of the box, tries to cross it in. That's going to go off of Ringette out of the byline. They're actually going to rule this a goal kick, saying that went off of Gibson instead of Ringette. So Bethany Dunk will take the goal kick with the wind at her back. Strong kick, not surprising here with the wind just shy of midfield, looking for Cavino. Collision there, and the foul called on Leah Johnson, so a free kick coming up here for the Trojans. Jill Kelly to take this one for BR. Near the 40-yard line. Kelly now, low line drive towards the top of the box, finds Cavino off of her shin. This is going to be cleared out by Evan. Now up to the feet of the other Evan. Trying to force that one up towards the far side of the field. Hits another wall of wind. That's kicked out of bounds by Megan Kelleher. So a throw-in coming up here for the Lady Tigers, thrown in by Erin Holmberg. There's another gust of wind. It's going to be, as we said, gusting throughout the entire afternoon. Cross into the box, no one there. So an easy save for Bethany Dunk. Allison Evan giving quick chase there for the Tigers. Couldn't get there. And one to the near side of the field for the Trojans. Contact there. No call from the official. Victoria Smith now with the ball. Tries to play that off towards the middle of the field, looking for Quill. Can't find her, so dispossessed by Oliver Ames. Up ahead, Chase in between. Now on the near side, Kelly plays that one up. Trying to find Nicole Arnold, couldn't connect with her, goes out of the bounds. And a throw-in coming up here for Oliver Ames. Finds the feet of Evan now. Tries to play that in towards the middle of the field. Some miscommunication of the Trojans' defense. A good opportunity here for the Tigers, but that's finally cleared out by Haley Mason, one of the captains on this year's team. Tigers now. Good pressure here in the early going against the Trojans, going into the wind. And that's dispossessed now on the far side of the field, playing that up for Smith. Can't find her. And that finds the feet of Gibson now. Gibson now giving chase with Abby Fratalia. Fratalia wins that battle. And that's kicked out of bounds by the Trojans. That's going to be a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Still on the far side of the field. Finally is able to find the feet of Holmberg, but she loses that one. Sent up by Mason. It goes out of bounds off Oliver Ames, so she'll throw this one in on the far side for the Trojans. Oliver Ames still winning possession here, doing a good job in the early going in the first few minutes, making sure that Bridgewater-Raynham can't get any offense going, and especially doing this into the wind. Tries to play that one up ahead for Abby Evan, can't find her. So we throw in coming up here for the Trojans. This one's going to be thrown in by Selstone. Looking for Smith, goes over her, but finds Brooke Cavino. Brooke Cavino now trying to win the ball for her. For the Trojans, I should say. Gets hit, falls down, so a free kick coming up here for Bridgewater-Raynham on the near side by midfield. This one's going to be taken by Victoria Selstone. Directly at the midfield marker. And of course, there goes that wind, and it's going to be hard to do these set pieces when the wind's just blowing the ball. Selstone now is able to send this one towards the top of the box. Looking for Smith, clear it out, but not completely by Oliver Ames. That's going to be kicked out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up here for the Trojans. Mason to throw this one in for BR. Mason trying to find Keller, can't connect with her. Now this finally finds the feet of Darianani. Over here to Nicole Arnold. Arnold with space into the box. Arnold shot near post, and it goes just wide, so a goal kick coming up here for Emma O'Donnell. Good opportunity there for the Trojans. Pretty much their only opportunity so far in the first 5 or 6 minutes of this match so far. Goal kick into the wind. Kills it. Happy for Talia trying to play that one. Now on to the near side for Evan. Plays this one up for her sister. Now plays in the middle of the field, but no one there. Abby Fratalia now with the ball. Plays that one up for Victoria Smith. Smith now tries to turn it back towards the middle of the field. She gets dispossessed. Now this finds the feet of Tempetesto. Jill Kelly trying to clear that one. Can't successfully do so. Now finds the head of Mason. She heads it straight up into the air. She can't get any possession of this one. Now Jill Kelly giving chase on the far side of the field. Kicks it out of bounds. Actually, she's going to find Kelleher on the far side. That's going to go out of bounds. They're going to rule that one off of BR, so a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Throw-in clears out by Jill Kelly, so we're going to try the throw-in yet again with 33 minutes remaining here in the first half. Still a scoreless tie. You're watching BTV's coverage of BR Girls Soccer. I'm Brian Berard on a windy Saturday afternoon. Both teams really have to deal with the elements. Maybe have to play a little bit different style of soccer with the wind. Now on the far side of the field, Mason has it. Mason plays that one up ahead for nobody, and that's going to be a throw-in coming up for the Tigers. Bridgewater-Raynham trying to get any offense going. Foul called on Smith, against Smith, I should say. And free kick coming up here for BR, just past midfield. Jill Kelly to take this one for the Trojans. Low line drive kick on the ground for Kelly. Finds Smith. Good turnaround. Smith now on the top of the box, but that gets cleared out by Oliver Ames, but not completely. Finds Darianani, who found Victoria Selstone, sends that one in. Offside ruled, so a free kick coming up here for the Tigers. Brianna Gibson, the senior, to take this one for Oliver Ames. Oliver Ames led by Britt Selmeyer in his 25th season. 389 wins in Selmeyer's career at Oliver Ames. Shining moment, 2007 Division II State Championship. This is his 25th sectional appearance. Now Oliver Ames there on the far side of the field for Holmberg. Holmberg trying to get around Kelly. Pulls it back. Holmberg now sends that one into the box. Kelly gets a foot on it, and that's going to be cleared out by Mason. But not completely, as Oliver Ames still has this now near midfield. Now to the feet of Gibson, but she gets dispossessed. That finds the feet of Farini. Happy for Talia now. Plays that one off in the middle of the field for Darianani, but she's trying to play that one up ahead for Nicole Arnold. Can't find her. So a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Poor throw off the turf there. Darianani now plays that one up ahead for Smith. Smith now plays that one off to the far side for Kelleher. Poor first touch there. Goes off of Kelleher's elbow, but referee's going to play advantage. And now Mason wins that one back to Darianani on the middle of the field. She thought that Selstone was going to be right behind her, but wasn't. But there's still a foul called on BR, so a free kick coming up here. Approaching the 30-minute mark of the first half. Still no score here. Bridgewater-Raynham has had one good opportunity with a shot that went just wide of the net from Nicole Arnold. It's Gibson's kick. Strong kick into the wind, but it hit the wall of wind. Looks like she was trying to find Allison Evan. Now onto the far side of the field for Holmberg, who's going to play that one back. Now Holmberg gets around Mason. Holmberg tries to send that into the box. Collision there, cleared out by Darianani. And so a throw-in coming up here for Oliver Ames. And high bounce off the turf. That's going to go ruled a handball. Ringette's trying to say that it went off of her head, though. Referee not buying that one, so a good free kick just outside the box here for Oliver Ames. You have to imagine on windy conditions like this, you have to take advantage of your opportunities, especially when you're right outside of the box. Cameron O'Connor to take this one for the Tigers. O'Connor's shot is going to go straight through the uprights. Wrong type of football, so it'll be a goal kick coming up here for Bethany Dunk. Dunk line drive just shy of midfield over everybody. And Oliver Ames is going to have possession of this. Now playing that one up to the far side, on the far side of the field for McLaughlin. She sends that one up ahead looking for Gibson. A little too far for her, and that's sent out. So a throw-in coming up here for Oliver Ames. Kelleher now sends that one back out, but can't clear it completely. Abby Fratelli giving chase, can't get there in time. Now that's finally sent out by Jill Kelly for Brooke Covino, who sends that one up ahead. Smith giving chase there, but that's going to be well ahead of her, and that's going to go out of the touchline, so a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Throw-in goes out of bounds off of Oliver Ames, so now Bridgewater-Raynham has a chance to throw it in. Late arriving crowd here, but still a pretty decent crowd here, especially for the elements here for this first round matchup. Oh, and a mistake in the box. Brooke Covino had an opportunity, and they're going to say that went off of Oliver Ames, and a corner kick coming up here for the Trojans. Looks like Emma O'Donnell couldn't quite handle that one. Brooke Covino was slipping and sliding, trying to get to the ball, arguing for a call to get a penalty kick. But they're going to rule that went out of the byline off Oliver Ames. So a corner kick coming up here for the Trojans, which will be taken by Victoria Selstone. Selstone's kick. It's going to go towards the middle of the box, looking for Smith. Goes over her. Finds the foot of Darianani into the box, and that's cleared out by Oliver Ames. Arnold now tries to send that one back up ahead. All has to be played on the ground. Kelleher now trying to get on the ground. She finally does. And that's sent in by Ringette over everybody. So an easy corral for Emma O'Donnell. Weak kick here to midfield as Smith now corrals this one for the Trojans. Sends that one up into the air over Brooke Covino. Leah Johnson couldn't corral that one either for Oliver Ames. Now Kelleher on the far side of the field into the box. Kelleher sends that one in well wide and high of the goal. So a goal kick coming up here for the Tigers. Brianna Gibson to take this one for the Tigers. Strong kick considering the wind that she had to kick into that. Abby Fratelli heads that one up ahead for Covino, finds Smith now. Smith trying to get through two defenders, and that's going to be cleared out by Gibson. Foul called on Victoria Selstone. Forearm into the back. Free kick coming up here for OA. Gibson's kick over everyone, although there's going to be a chase right here. Kelly, though, clears that one out, looking for Erin Holmberg. Can't connect with her. Kelly sends that one out of the touch line, so that's going to be thrown in by the Tigers. And we have a substitution here for Oliver Ames, as Evan will check out and Farini will check in. So this is going to be thrown in by Evan. Finds Holmberg now. Back to Evan into the box. Kelly gets in the way. Giving chase to that is Byron. That's going to go out of bounds off of Smith, so it's going to be another throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Trying to find Gibson up ahead. Goes out of bounds off of her, so a throw-in coming up here for the Trojans. Selstone's throw finds the head of Smith. Over to Fratelli, but she loses that one. Now up to the near side for Gibson. Gibson sends that one in the middle of the field, but Kelly clears that one out for Cavino. Cavino now tries to play that one. Cavino clears that one all the way over to Emma O'Donnell. Just under 24 minutes remaining in the first half. Still a scoreless tie. You're watching BTV's coverage of BR Girls Soccer in the Division I South Sectional first round matchup. Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans and the Oliver Ames Tigers. Two evenly matched teams. 4 and the 13 seed meeting up here. Fratalia sends that one into the box. Nice save there from Emma O'Donnell. Fratalia trying to chip the goalkeeper. Sends that high into the sky and it hits a wall of wind, so that's going to land well short of midfield. Darianani now tries to play that one back for Mason, who plays that one up ahead for Smith. Heads it over to Kelleher. Kelleher wins possession here. Plays that one into the box for Smith. If she can get to it, just a little too far for her. Would have been a good opportunity. Had a couple other Trojans running into the box. A little too far for her, so a goal kick coming up here for the Tigers. Gibson to take this one. So far, Emma O'Donnell not taking any of the goal kicks here for OA. Low line drive kick. Cavino almost got a foot on it. Actually finds Olivia Carroll. Now plays this one up to the near side from Tempesto. That's cleared out by Kelly up to Smith. Smith now in a battle with Gibson. You got a 2-on-1. Now the Trojans 2-on-1 again. Cavino with the ball in the box. Cavino shot and goes in off of the hands of O'Donnell. Couldn't be cleared out from Hodges. And then you had Arnold and Cavino into the box. Cavino turns in towards the middle, takes a shot towards the upper 90. O'Donnell got her hands on it, but isn't able to corral it, and the Trojans take a 1-0 lead with just over 22 minutes remaining in the first half. This is a BR team that you cannot make mistakes against, and you'll see right there, they will certainly capitalize on them. Brooke Cavino putting in the first goal for the Trojans here this afternoon. Kelly tries to clear that one out for Ringette. Plays that one up towards the middle of the field. No one there. Oliver Ames now has possession. Off to the near side for Farini. Farini now trying to get past Selstone. Cuts it in towards the middle of the field. Collision there and a foul call and a free kick coming up here for the Trojans. Cleared out by Oliver Ames towards midfield. Couldn't corral that one as Mason. Now played up, trying to find Farini. Can't find her, so Kelly now gives chase. Sends that one back up towards the near side for Arnold. Arnold had plenty of field in front of her if she wanted it, but she pulls that one back for Darianani, who gets dispossessed now. This finds the feet of Farini. Over towards the middle of the field for O'Connor. O'Connor now cuts in towards the middle of the field. O'Connor puts a shot on net. Looks like that may have been deflected. They're not going to say that. That was actually going to be a goal kick coming up here for the Trojans. Goal kick up here, line drive, bouncing around towards midfield, finds Cavino. 2 defenders on her. Kelleher now on the far side of the field sends that one up out of bounds, so we're throwing coming up here for the Tigers. On the far side of the field now for the Tigers. Finds O'Connor. Tries to play that one up ahead for Holmberg. Goes out of bounds. So we're throwing coming up here for BR. Trying to find Smith. Sails over her, but still finds Cavino. Trying to bring that man down on the ground. Has 2 defenders around her. Finds Smith. I'm going to say she was offside, so a free kick coming up here for the Tigers. Good look right there, but Smith just a little too eager. Gets past the back 4 for the offside. Off to the far side of the field, trying to find Holmberg. Now that finds the feet of O'Connor, but that gets dispossessed. Now Carroll in battle with Bridgewater-Raynham to get that one. Jill Kelly now. She gets bodied there from O'Connor, but stays up, and Kelly wins that one and plays that one up ahead, trying to find Smith. Just a little too far for her, and that's sent back in by Oliver Ames on the middle of the field. Now this finds the feet of Farini. Plays that one up ahead, trying to find O'Connor. Can't connect with her. And now Mason has this one. We'll send this on the far side. Oliver Ames keeps it in. That one sent out of bounds by Abby Fratalia. So a throw in coming up here for the Tigers. Just over 18 minutes remaining in the first half. Bridgewater-Raynham with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of a Brooke Cavino goal. Plays this one on the near side for Tempetoso. And that's cleared out by Kelly. Good collision right there. No call, though, from the official, as Smith and Johnson had a collision. Physical game here early going in the first half. A lot of body collisions, a lot of people going down. Physical game. That's what postseason playoff is, you know. Postseason play is, I should say. So a throw in here for the Tigers on the far side of the field. Finds the feet of Holmberg. That's taken away by Darianani. Now that was sent up ahead by Abby Evan. Evan trying to find the feet of her sister Allison Evan. Is able to do that. She's just outside the box. Evan now sends that one in towards O'Connor. Couldn't make the turn there. Good job from Ringette and cleared out by Abby Fratalia. Good work right there from Ringette to stop that one now. Brooke Cavino now in space. Has to beat one defender. Cavino loses the ball in the box, but still has it at her feet. And there's 3 Tigers swarming her. Make sure that she can't get a clean look. Now Cavino trying to win the ball. Collision there and stays in bounds. Cavino trying to find Fratalia. A little indecisiveness. And now Oliver Ames has the ball. Cavino had one defender to beat, and she lost the ball at her feet inside the box. Could have been a 2-0 lead. But we now remain 1-0. So a throwing coming up here for BR. Back to Darianani, who plays that one off towards the far side of the field for Kelleher. Kelleher giving chase. Can't win that battle. So that's going to be a throw in here coming up for the Tigers. Now on the far side of the field. Holmberg trying to bring this one up. Goes off of BR, so another throw in coming up here for Oliver Ames. Trying to find Holmberg, couldn't find her. Fratalia now sends that one in for Cavino. Contact there, no call. Cavino up ahead for Kelleher. Trying to give chase there, and it looks like it may be a little too far for her, and it is. Good position work from Abby Hodges to make sure that was a throw-in for the Tigers. Throw-in finds Abby Fratalia. She plays that one off towards the far side of the field, sent back up by Oliver Ames, but still sent back in by the Trojans. Contact right there from Hannah Johnson as she tried to head that one in. She wins the free kick just outside the 18-yard box for the Trojans, so a dangerous set piece coming up here. Victoria Selstone to take this free kick for the Trojans with under 15 minutes remaining here in the first half. Trojans look to go up 2-0 in this 2018 Division I South Sectional first round matchup. As the wind has now picked up here. Selstone's kick. Floater into the top of the box. A lot of contact there, no call from the referee. So we'll play on with a goal kick. As we'll have a Bridgewater-Raynham substitution. As Tofteru will check in for the Lady Trojans. Gibson's kick goes well short of midfield. Now off the feet of Fratalia, trying to play that one in for Darianani. But actually he's going to find the foot of Hannah Johnson. But now Oliver Ames has it. Mason giving chase there on the far side. She'll throw this one in for BR. Now Hannah Johnson with the ball, trying to get this on the ground and possess it. Johnson now able to successfully do so temporarily on the far side, kicked out of bounds by Oliver Ames. So a throw-in coming up here for Megan Kelleher. Kelleher's throw to Fratalia. Settles that one on the ground. Now into the box. They're going to let that one go out of the byline, so a goal kick coming up here for Oliver Ames. Tofteru kept that one in temporarily for the Trojans, but a foul called, so a free kick coming up here for the Tigers. Gibson to take this one for OA. Looks like she was trying to find Tempetoso. Now on the far side, Oliver Ames here. Another throw-in coming up for the Tigers. Now Cece Barron will check in for the Trojans. Cleared out by Jill Kelly up towards midfield. Although that one is sent in by Tempestoso. That one's cleared out by the Trojans, so a throw-in coming up here again for Oliver Ames in the attacking third of the field. With 11:30 remaining in the first half, the Trojans still holding on to a 1-0 lead. Into the box, and Darianani's going to clear that one out off to the far side of the field. A couple people trying to kick at this one, lands in the box. An opportunity here for Oliver Ames. A shot on net and a save from Dunk, and she keeps it in play to prevent a corner kick. Nice save there from Bethany Dunk. Her first action in what feels like an eternity here in the first half. High kick right into the sun at midfield. Now Darianani plays that one up for Tofteru. Nice feed. Tofteru cuts it into the middle of the field. Now up the head for Brooke Cavino. Two defenders on her. That one's going to be ruled, I believe, an offside. I'm not going to say that was all right. The far official looks like he had his hand up for an offside, but a throw-in coming up here for Tofteru. All right, so there is a free kick coming up here for Oliver Ames. I'm not just seeing things. I mean, I saw the official on the far side with his hand up. And then Tofter trying to throw this one in, but it's going to be a free kick here for Gibson. Ringette now plays that one up ahead, trying to find Johnson. A little too far for her. That one sent up into the sky from Oliver Ames. A couple of defenders there for BR trying to give chase. Now that one sent in. Bethany Dunk has to come out all the way to the top of the 18. She can't make a clear of it. Now Jilly Kelly finds Tofter there on the near side. Another dangerous opportunity there for Oliver Ames. Tofter now sends that one up ahead, and that's going to go out of the touchline. So we're throwing coming up here for the Tigers. Under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. That's going to go out of bounds off of Abby Evans. So we're throwing coming up here for the Trojans on the near side. Selstone to throw that one in, looking for Cavino, and that's going to be headed out by Leah Johnson. So another throw-in coming up here. This time Tofter to throw this one in. Tofter looking for Fratalia. Goes off of Oliver Ames. So another throw-in here for Tofter. Finds Cavino. She heads that one into the box. Now Johnson finally giving chase, and that's going to be kicked out of the byline. So a corner kick coming up here for the Trojans. Selstone to take this one for BR with 8:40 remaining in the first half. BR still holding on to a 1-0 lead courtesy of a Brooke Cavino goal. Selstone sends this one towards the far post. Misses everyone. But Ringette shoots that one. That's going to go just over the crossbar, maybe through the field goal post. Again, wrong football. So a goal kick coming up here for the Tigers. This one finds CC Barron. Plays that one up for Cavino. Trying to play that one up for Johnson. Now for Darian Nine, and that's going to be cleared out by Selmeyer. Now Kelly trying to give chase. Loses that one. Finds her way back. Holmbrook couldn't win that one for the Tigers, and this one's played out towards midfield. Johnson now giving chase. And that one is sent back up by Barron. But the Tigers now able to possess the ball still. Now on the near side for Gibson. Plays that one up for Abby Evan. Evan out. Trying to find Farini. Sends that one into the box. Kelly giving chase. He's going to use body position and win the goal kick for Bethany Dunk. Low liner on the turf for Dunk finds Darianani. Plays that one off to the far towards the middle of the field for Barron, who plays that one up for Cavino. Good idea, couldn't split the two defenders. Now this goes off to the far side of the field for Hodges, who plays that one up, trying to find Carroll. Johnson now with the ball for the Trojans. But gets dispossessed by Carroll, plays it up towards the far side of the field for McLaughlin. That's going to be a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Approaching the 6-minute mark of the first half. As Carroll will check out for Oliver Ames. Throw-in is cleared by CC Barron. That's going to go out of bounds, so another throw-in coming up here for... they're actually going to say that that went off of Oliver Ames, so a throw-in coming up here for BR. Trying to find Johnson, can't find her. Fratalia giving chase, goes off of her. And now this finds the feet of McLaughlin. But now Darianani has this one for the Trojans, trying to find Tofthrough. He's able to stay onside there, surprisingly. Now CC Barron with the ball on the far side of the field. It's going to go off of her. So we're throwing coming up here for the Tigers. Now one on the far side of the field for O'Connor. She's going to try to play that one up ahead for Holmberg, well too ahead for her. So there's going to be a throw in here for Haley Mason. Trying to find Johnson, goes off her head now to Fratalia on her feet. Fratalia tries to play them up, so Cavino goes through her feet. Now Oliver Ames trying to play this one up towards the middle of the field. Excellent job there from Cellstone to get in the way. Now Toff through, over to Cellstone. On the near side of the field, goes out of bounds. Off of Oliver Ames, so a throw coming up here. Finds Cavino. Turns around over for Darianani. Sends that one up towards the middle of the field. Barron giving chase. Kicked out of bounds by Oliver Ames, so a throw-in coming up here for BR. Barron to take the throw on the far side in the attacking third. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Fratalia sends that one into the box. Bounces right into the hands of Emma O'Donnell. Toftu was ready if there was a mistake. Good job from O'Donnell to get her mitts on that one. Misses Toftu there, but Darianani able to keep that one in for the Trojans. This finds the feet of McLaughlin, who plays that one back. That one sent straight up into the sky, looking for Farini. Now this finds O'Connor. Back to Evan, who sends this one off towards the middle of the field, but Mason clears that one out for Cavino. Tries to play that one off for Hannah Johnson, too far for her. Fratalia is able to win that one for the Trojans now. Fratalia brings that one back. Tries to play that towards the middle for Cavino, goes over her head. Now Oliver Ames sends that one up ahead, looking for O'Connor well ahead of her. Collision and a foul called on Darianani, so a free kick coming up here for the Tigers. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Gibson to take the free kick. Now on the top of the box and a shot, but an easy save for a dunk that was taken by Tempetoso. Sky-high kick from Bethany Dunk well over midfield. That bounces up yet again. Now Cavino heads that one up ahead for Cassie Toftaru. Toftaru trying to get around her defender into the box. Toftaru. That's going to go off of, it should be Oliver Ames. And it is. And there's going to be another corner kick coming up here for the Trojans. Cellstone to take this one with 2:30 remaining in the first half. Cellstone's kick well past the goal. Headed for Cavino, collision in the box. There's going to be another corner kick coming up here for the Trojans, this time on the far side of the field. Kick goes to the near post, headed out by Oliver Ames, but finds Darianani. She sends that one in towards the top corner and puts it in. Nice job from Darianani to get the rebound and give the Trojans a 2-0 lead with under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Now they'll reset the game clock to 2 minutes. They normally would stop it at 2 minutes. Forgot to this time. Now we're at 2 minutes, and we're up to the referee's discretion as to how much time is left here in the first half, and the Trojans have a 2-0 lead in the 2018 Division I South Sectional first-round matchup against Oliver Ames. Now on the far side, Oliver Ames trying to play that one up ahead. Barron doing a good job keeping that one in for BR. Headed ahead by Johnson. Now that's kicked up by Oliver Ames towards the middle of the field for Darianani, the goal scorer. Now that's Cellstone trying to find Cavino. Covino gets picked off, though, by Gibson. Now onto the near side of the field for Farini. Excuse me, for Evan. Now this is going to be a throw-in coming up here for Abby Evan. Allie Evan now that's kicked out by BR. So Evan now throws that one into the box, looking for O'Connor. Ringette is able to body that one. Darianati clears that one out, but not completely. Johnson now giving chase. Taft-through trying to kick that one out. No luck there. Now Kelly is able to kick that one out. So a throw-in coming up here for Oliver Ames. That's going to be another throw-in for OA. Strong throw in the box, looking for O'Connor. Bethany Dunk's able to clear up the mess there in the box and roll that one up ahead. Barron now plays that one off towards Mason. And the Trojans looks like they may have been saved by the whistle there as Oliver Ames was giving chase. And that is how our first half is going to end, thanks to goals from Brooke Covino and Rose Darianani. And the Trojans take a 2-0 lead. On the other side of the break, we'll have second half action. You're watching BTV's coverage of BR Girls Soccer. Welcome back to second half action. You're watching BTV's coverage of BR Girls Soccer in the 2018 Division I South Sectional first round matchup. The Trojans with 2 first half goals, one from Brooke Covino, one from Rosie Darianani. And now the Trojans will have to battle the win as they will travel into the win for the second half, trying to move on to the second round for the second consecutive year. Oliver Ames will have the advantage of having the wind gusts at their back now. Now this one's played up for O'Connor on the near side. Gets around Ringette. That goes out of the byline, so a goal kick coming up here for BR. Their wind has kind of changed direction a little bit throughout the game, going from byline to byline, from now touchline to touchline, or sideline to sideline, if you'd like to call it. Dunk's kick hits that wall of wind and finds Fratalia. Now O'Connor has 3 Trojans around her. That's sent up by Mason out of bounds, so we're throwing coming up here for Oliver Ames. Actually, they're going to say that was deflected off of Oliver Ames, so we throw in coming up here for BR. That one's kicked out by Leah Johnson. Arnold throws this one into Fratalia. She loses the ball quickly to McLaughlin now, sends this one up towards the middle of the field for Evan now, and that's sent back in by Jill Kelly up to the far side for Kelleher. Now a throw in there from Abby Evan. That's going to be headed out by Selstone, so another throw in coming up here for the Tigers. Now on the far side, and Ringette sends that one out of the touchline, so another throw in coming up here for OA. Britt Selmeyer looking for his 390th career win here today. Has to battle down from a 2-goal deficit, though, here in the second half. Collision there at the top of the box. Now this is still into the box. Ball still in play. Opportunity here. A shot. What a save from Bethany Dunk. Off a nice shot from Erin Holmberg. Dunk has to dive to her left. Kicks that one up in the air, and that's cleared out by the Trojans. Trying to find far post. That one goes out of bounds. A throw-in coming up here for OA. Fratalia now stops that one. Nice stoppage here. Free kick coming up. Looks like Jill Kelly took a hard fall trying to battle through that. Now Oliver Ames just outside of the box has a golden opportunity here from the corner. Gibson's kick. No, she runs over that one. O'Connor doesn't take that one. Right into the hands of Dunk. Oliver Ames trying to do a fake now. Plays that one up, trying to find Mason. But actually finds Arnold. Now that's still kept alive by Oliver Ames. Still in bounds here. That's played up by Holmbrook. Up to the middle of the field for Maeve Hogan. Now a throw-in coming up here for OA. Holmberg to throw this one in for the Tigers. Now that's sent in by Holmberg into the box. Goes over the head of Kelleher. I'm going to say that went out on the byline, but it's going to go out off of Oliver Ames. So a goal kick coming up here for Bethany Dunk. Now the wind changing a little bit of direction, going from the near side to the far side. We have a stoppage here and a conversation with the referee. Britt Selmeyer. Looks like Abby Evan is coming off for Oliver Ames. And now another attempt here for Bethany Dunk on the goal kick. Kick goes shy of midfield, and that's going to be headed back in by McLaughlin, though. Ringette, though, giving chase defensively. Now O'Connor gets around her. O'Connor gets past the second defender. Now Oliver Ames still trying to get this one into the box. Plays that one up ahead, and that's missed by Haley Mason, but Bethany Dunk was ready. Makes that easy save as Holmberg was trying to put Oliver Ames up on the board for the first time this afternoon. Now on the far side for Kelleher, goes past her, so a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Good chase so far in the early going of the second half for Oliver Ames. Now that's sent out into the byline, so a goal kick coming up here for Bethany Dunk. Seton Hall commit. Gust of wind takes that one, so now Oliver Ames has a good opportunity here. As O'Connor tried to kick that one, that's deflected out by Bridgewater-Raynham. Now that's the one sent in on Dunk, an easy save for her. Looks like that was sent in by Tempestoso. Now Dunk sends this one up towards midfield, trying to find Cavino. Cavino now has the ball on her feet. Cavino trying to play that one up onto the near side of the field. I think she was trying to find Kelleher there, Smith, but she had Arnold wide open on the near side. Now Evan on the near side, she puts a shot on net, on the far side puts a shot on net. Arguing for a call, doesn't get it. Dunk makes the save. Actually, the referee is going to call an offside, so that wouldn't have counted anyways. Looks like she was offside well before she even had an opportunity. Now Kelly's kick. Goes past midfield. Finds Smith now. Smith plays one off towards the middle of the field, trying to find Cavino. Can't find her. Fratalia giving chase. Can't get to it. Mason now goes off of her left shoulder. Ringette now tries to send that one up ahead. Still near the BR logos. Darianani now sends that one high into the sky just over midfield. That's headed back in by Oliver Ames. And now Kelly giving chase with O'Connor on her. Still kept alive on the far side of the field by the Tigers. Plays that one up for Gibson, who sends that one back, trying to find Allie Evan. Can't find her, and that goes out. So a goal kick coming up here for the Trojans. Again, both teams having to deal with quite the wind gusts this afternoon. Bridgewater-Raynham taking advantage of having the wind at their back with 2 goals. Oliver Ames trying to do the same. Low line drive kick here for Dunk. Goes on the far side of the field, goes out of bounds, so a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Thrown in by Emma Pereira. She's able to find Tempestoso. Now, sends that one up ahead, and Kelly now has the ball. Plays that one up for Darian, who tries to play that one off towards the far side for Kelleher. Now this one sent in on Bethany Dunk, makes another easy save. Dunk now trying to find Smith and is able to find her. Plays trying to find Kelleher, and that's sent back in. O'Connor now trying to give chase with Ringett, and that goes out on the byline. So a corner kick coming up here for the Tigers. Just over 31 minutes remaining here in the second half. Trojans holding on to a 2-0 lead. The corner kick coming up here for Oliver Ames. Of course, due to the wind gust now, you can't get the ball to stay still for more than 1 second. High corner kick curls in, well beyond that goal. Of course, it was perfect timing for a wind gust to come in when that ball was well into the air, sends it almost into the parking lot right behind that goal to the left side of the TV screen. Now Bethany Dunk has to deal with the wind, trying to get the ball to stay still for 2 seconds so she can send this one on its way. Low line drive kick for Dunk, trying to keep it under the wind as much as she possibly can. Now this finds Smith over to Cavino. Cavino trying to find Arnold near the middle of the field. Goalkeeper O'Donnell comes well out of her box there for Oliver Ames. Now finds the head of Jill Kelly. Heads that one up for Darianani. Tries to play that one off towards the far side of the field for Kelleher. Can't find her though now. Jilly Kelly giving chase with Allie Evan now. That goes off of, I believe, Evan. They're going to rule a goal kick for BR. Excellent job there from Jill Kelly to win the ball back for the Trojans with under a half hour remaining here in the second half, with the Trojans holding on to a 2-0 lead. You're watching BTV's coverage of BR Girls Soccer in the 2018 Division I South Sectional first round matchup between Oliver Ames and the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans. Dunk now. Free kick hits a wall of wind around that 35-yard line. That one sent in by McLaughlin, though. That one's going to go right off the shins off O'Connor, right to Bethany Dunk, and she settles that one nicely right outside the 6-yard box. Finds Haley Mason on the near side. Up for Arnold. Hogan now wins that one back for the Tigers. Now that one sent back in by Hodges. But now Ringett will send that one up, trying to find Smith near midfield. And Leah Johnson wins that one for Oliver Ames, but Smith giving chase to her. She plays that one off towards the far side of the field. And Fratalia now wins that one for the Trojans temporarily, as Holmberg now has it. Plays that one in towards the middle of the field. Opportunity here. Gets by Ringett. 2 Trojans swarming on her in the box, and that's cleared out. Good opportunity for Hodges, but that's thwarted by the Trojans' back 4 as Smith slide tackles that one out of Maeve Hogan's legs. Plays that one back for Gibson. Now plays that on to the far side of the field for Holmberg. Now that finds the feet of Tempestoso. And that's going to go just beyond the shrieking Allie Evan for a goal kick coming up here for Bethany Dunk. Some good opportunities the Tigers have had here in the second half, but good job defensively from the Trojans. So we'll have a substitution coming in here for the Tigers as O'Connor will check out. Farini will check in. Dunk's kick goes to midfield now for Smith. Smith may have been trying to find Covino there. Selden sends that well ahead of her. And a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers as Leah Johnson may throw this one in. Actually, Brianna Gibson will send this one in. Gibson's throw looking for Holmberg. Now Gibson sends that one well ahead of everyone. Surprised that Farini stayed onside there. That goes out of bounds zone. A throw-in coming up here for Victoria Selstone. Her throw into the win finds a jumping Tempestoso. That's sent out of bounds, so another throw-in coming up here for Selstone. Smith wins this one. Tries to find Arnold, trying to split. Two defenders there. Is able to find her temporarily. But that one sent back out. And now Mason sends this one again in for Nicole Arnold towards the near side of the field for Fratalia now. Fratalia sends this one in the middle of the field for Covino, and she loses that one. But Smith keeps onto that one. Smith takes a shot just over the top crossbar from distance. That's a goal kick coming up here for the Tigers. Those are tricky shots for the goalies, especially when you have the wind at your back. Ball's coming at you, especially if you get very little spin on that. If you're a shooter, you shoot a knuckleball into the wind. That's almost deadly for a goalkeeper. Gibson's kick. Well shy of midfield. Bounces over a couple of players. That one's kicked out by Selstone. So a substitution coming in here for Oliver Ames, as Hodges will check out and O'Connor will check back in. Victoria Smith now trying to win this ball for the Trojans. Plays that off towards the middle of the field, looking for Darianani. Can't connect with her. Trojans will await, well, I should say, before this game's over, the winner of this game will await the winner of the Mansfield-King Phillip game. The 5-12 matchup. Of course, Bridgewater-Raynham last year lost to King Phillip in the second round with the 2017 South Sectional second round. Gibson will now throw this one in for Oliver Ames. Smith to throw this one in, trying to find Covino. Goes off of Oliver Ames, so another throw-in coming up here for the Trojans with under 25 minutes remaining in the second half. Covino now with the ball. Plays this one up for Fratalia. Fratalia plays that one up for Arnold. Arnold trying to get this one on the ground. Arnold sends that one into the box, and Smith couldn't be there on the far post. Kelleher now has this one. She tries to send that one into the box. And that one stopped by Holmberg, and she finally clears that one out, but not completely, as Ringette now has it for the Trojans. Ringette tries to play that one up for Darianani. Now finds Kelleher on that far side. That's taken away by Gibson. That's sent up. So it'll be throw-in coming up here for BR. Throw finds Covino. Turns around, tries to find Arnold. Hogan can't handle that one. Arnold now giving chase, and Hogan finally is able to clear that one out for the Tigers. Goes well beyond everyone, and now Jill Kelly will corral this one for BR. Sends this one up towards the near side of the field. Arnold's trying to keep that one in and goes off of her. Throw-in coming up here from Maeve Hogan. So with 3 substitutions coming in here for Oliver Ames. As Maggie Alt will now check in and throw this one in for the Tigers. And Madeline Taylor also comes in for Oliver Ames. Abby Fratalia trying to win that one back for the Trojans. O'Connor now tries to play the one up towards the middle of the field. Now this comes off towards the near side of the field for Farini. Now this finds the feet of McLaughlin. Goes out of bounds off of Ringette, so a throw-in coming up here for Oliver Ames. McLaughlin will take this one for the Tigers. Tries to throw that one into the box. Now towards the top of the box here. O'Connor takes a shot, and that's going to go well wide of the goal. So goal kick coming up here for Bethany Dunk. Kelly now with the ball for the Trojans. Tries to pass that one up. That gets dispossessed, though, but Bridgewater-Raynham wins that ball back up towards the middle of the field for Talia. She can't win that one. O'Connor now tries to play that one off for Alt, who's trying to play that one up ahead for McLaughlin, though, and Arnold gets in the way of that one. Cole Arnold now trying to play that one up for Victoria Smith, and that's sent back in by Alt. Goes over Selstone, and now Hodges gives chase there, trying to get around her defender. It goes just beyond her on the byline, so yet another goal kick coming up here for BR. That's going to go off of Abby Hodges, so a throw-in coming up here for the Trojans. Throw finds Selstone on the far side. Trying to play that one up for Smith, but she can't get that one. This is now up to Alt, though, at midfield with plenty of space in front of her. Alt sends that one up, but that's kicked out. Now Arnold wins that one back after Fatalia was giving chase with the ball as well. Arnold plays that one up for Smith. Smith trying to get around her defender. Smith tries to play that one up for Cavino. Cavino in the box. Cavino shot, an easy save by Emma O'Donnell. Nice feed there from Arnold up to Cavino. Tries to chip that one over the goalkeeper, but O'Donnell was there to make the save and booms this one just shy of midfield, sent back in by Kelleher. And Alt sends this one back in for the Tigers. Ringette now plays that one up towards the middle of the field for Smith. Plays that one up ahead for Kelleher on the far side of the field. Brings that one back and plays it for Darianani. Tries to play it back again for Kelleher, but a little too far for her, and that's cleared out by Gibson. Now on the far side of the field, Hodges plays that one up ahead for Pereira. That's sent out by Jill Kelly, so it's going to be another throw-in coming up here for OA, and Hodges will throw this one in. Hodges throw, trying to find Pepper. Back to Gibson, who sends this one well into the sky. Bounces off the turf once. And nice job from Bethany Dunk, who actually has to force that one over the top crossbar. One of the downsides of playing on a turf field is you get those high bounces. If you play that on a grass field, not sure if you get that high of a bounce. Almost bounced in. And now Oliver Ames will have a corner kick on the near corner here as Gibson will send this one in for the Tigers. Gibson's kick towards the far post. Goes over everyone. Clear but not out. Alt can't handle that one. She sends that one back in. Tries to take a shot on net, and that goes out of the byline, so a goal kick coming up here. Under 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Excuse me, in the second half. Trojans holding on to a 2-0 lead, courtesy of goals of Brooke Cavino and Rosalie Darianani. High kick for Dunk, gets killed by the wind. Darianani is able to win that one temporarily. But now that finds the right foot of Emma Pereira, and she sends that one wide. Another goal kick coming up here for Dunk. Another low line drive kick for Dunk, finds near midfield, trying to find the feet of Cavino, but Gibson sends that one back up ahead for Oliver Ames and finds Pereira, sends this one into the box, trying to send this one into the box. That goes well behind the goal. 6 seniors on this year's Oliver Ames squad, 13 for Bridgewater-Raynham. For first-year head coach Dave Audette. Now, the former head coach Tim Califf still is listed as a volunteer coach, helps out with the program. Of course, he was named the principal at the middle school. Dunk's kick short of midfield, and that's headed back in by O'Connor. That's going to be off of her, so a throw-in coming up here for BR. Selstone will throw this one in on the far side of the field. Selstone throw finds Covino. Gibson gets in the way of that one. On the far side of the field, goes out of bounds off of BR, so a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Throw finds the feet of Pereira. Pereira now has someone in the box if she wants to find her. She had Farini right in front, but that goes off of Bridgewater-Raynham, so a corner kick coming up here for the Tigers. Gibson to take this one for the Tigers. Gibson sends this one well short. Actually, it goes into the box, but looks like it hit that wind gust. Now tries to find Alt. Can't find her. Now this one's tried to send back in by Gibson. That goes out of bounds, so we throw him coming up here for the Tigers. Looks like that wind gust on that corner kick from Gibson really wreaked havoc, especially when it was mid-flight. Strong throw into the box here. Cleared out by Darian Inan, but not completely. Now we're going to get, Kelleher sends that one out towards the Oliver Ames bench. So a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers, approaching the 15-minute mark of the second half. Selstone to throw this one in now for the Trojans. Trying to find Barron, goes above her. Now is able to head this one back in. Bouncing around on that turf field, Darian Inan is able to finally get it on the turf. Plays that one up ahead for Covino. Covino trying to get around her defender. Foul called, and now a free kick coming up here for the Trojans. Selstone to take this one for BR. Selstone's kick goes to the top of the box, and that's headed out by OA. Now, on the near, towards the middle for Arnold. Bouncing around the turf a couple of times. It's finally cleared out by Alt, but not completely. On the near side of the field now for Mason. Plays that one back for Ringuette. Plays that one up ahead for Fratalia. Fratalia now plays that one in towards the middle for Darian Inan. He was trying to maybe find a streaking Arnold, but wasn't there. Now this finds Jill Kelly. Another low line drive kick for Dunk, looking for Barron, can't find her. That one sent onto the far side of the field for Tempestoso. Sends that one into the box. That's going to be well behind it. No deflection there, so another goal kick coming up here for Bethany Dunk. Plays this one on the ground now for Selstone on that far side. Selstone up ahead. Covino trying to make a turn. Good job from Gibson there to make sure that Covino couldn't get it. That one sent straight up into the air by Tempestoso. Bounce around a couple of times. And now a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. 13 minutes remaining now in the second half as another wind gust comes through from right to left on your screen. Oliver Ames now have a couple runners in the box. Excellent job right there to dispossess on the far side of the field by Ringette. Now sent back in by Gibson. Now that's cleared out by Kelly. Finds Cavino now with some space. Cavino now trying to get past her defender. She brings that one back, tries to play that off towards the near side of the field for Arnold, who wins that one temporarily. And that one sent back in by Tempestoso. And now Holmberg giving chase with Kelly. Kelly wins the first battle. Now sends that one out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. This is going to be thrown in by McLaughlin, another senior on this squad. Finds the feet of Carroll. Back to McLaughlin. Tries to send that one into the box, but that's headed up by Jill Kelly. Now Kelleher giving chase on the far side of the field with Hodges. She's able to poke that one free from Hodges, and she'll throw this one in. Hodges now sends this one into the box. Tries to. Goes well beyond the goal. Kept in by Oliver Ames. Now on the far side of the field, Hodges trying to keep that one in. Little disagreement of who it goes off of, but they're going to say it goes off of Kelleher on that far side. So a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Her throw finds the feet of Carroll. Goes out of bounds off of her, though. So a throw-in coming up here for BR. So we'll have a substitution as Arnold will check out and Cassie Tofterer will check back in for the Trojans. Leah Johnson tries to clear that one, but Abby Fratalia plays this one off for Tofterer. Tofterer plays that one up ahead towards the near side of the box. O'Connor giving her a chase. Tofterer still has it, though. Tofterer sends that one in out of the byline, so it's going to be a goal kick coming up here for Oliver Ames. Nice play from Fratalia to find Nicole Arnold, but even better job from Cameron O'Connor to get back defensively. 10 minutes now remaining here in the second half. Bridgewater-Raynham still holding on to a 2-0 lead. This one finds Ringette on the middle of the field. This one sent back in by the Tigers. Now finds the head of Holmberg, which she heads that one forward. And Jill Kelly will send that one out. And that's actually going to roll out just before the flag. So it's going to be a throw-in instead of a corner up here for Oliver Ames. This one to be thrown in by Allie Evan. Her throw into the box, and that's headed out of the byline by Ringette. So now here comes the corner kick. Next goal going to be so crucial in this game if there is a next one. Gibson to take the corner here for the Tigers on the near side. Gibson's kick goes towards the far post, and that's going to be kicked just wide. So a goal kick coming up here for Bethany Dunk. Dunk's kick into the wind just shy of midfield. Finds the foot of Darianani, now has Cece Barron. That's sent back in by Oliver Ames, sent in by Carroll. Now that goes out of bounds, so a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Approaching the 8-minute mark of the second half. That's headed up and out by Kelleher. Trying to find Allie Evan near that byline, goes out of bounds, so goal kick coming up here again for BR, under 8 minutes to go. High kick that the wind takes back in favor of Oliver Ames, and now this sent back in. And Bethany Dunk's going to let that one roll out. Another kick that the wind takes. Now this played up ahead for and a shot on net. Goes well wide. A shot opportunity from Gabrielle McLaughlin. Puts some wrong direction spin on that one. Towards the near side of the field, McLaughlin heads that one forward. Trying to find Holmberg. Holmberg now sends that one back out. Barron trying to clear this one out for the Trojans. And Carroll wins that one for the for the Tigers. Now on the far side of the field for Gibson. Kelleher getting in the way of that. Goes up in the air. No one had no idea where it was for a second until it landed. Now, this one's was supposed to be a shot on net from Allie Evan, but that goes well wide of the goal. Approaching the 5.5-minute mark here of the second half. Ball bouncing around on the turf, goes out of bounds, so a throw-in coming up here for Kelleher on the far side for BR. Shall actually relinquish those duties to Victoria Selstone. Selstone's throw on the far side. Bounces away from Abby Fratalia, so a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers, and that goes out of bounds, so another throw-in coming up for OA. Trying to find Evan. Finally is able to find her. Evan now. Kicks this one in towards the middle of the field for Hodges. Now that's taken by Jill Kelly. Plays that one up for Fratalia. Fratalia trying to play that one up for a top through, and that's dispossessed there by Oliver Ames, and that's sent out of bounds. So a throw-in coming up here for BR as Mason will throw this one in. Under 5 minutes now to go in the second half. Mason's throw a little too strong, headed in by Oliver Ames and kicked out by CeCe Barron. Hodges tries to keep that one in. Hogan kept that one in for Oliver Ames. Jill Kelly now giving chase with Holmberg. Now Jill Kelly wins that one again for Kelleher on the far side of the field. Can't possess that one, so it's going to be a throw-in coming up here for Gibson. Gibson's throw finds Evan. Evan trying to get around her defender, sends this one in the box. A header attempt. And another attempt there. A couple of good attempts there in the box from Oliver Ames. Holmberg and McLaughlin couldn't capitalize there. And another goal kick coming up for BR as we now have 4 minutes remaining in the second half. Low screamer that skips off the turf now finds Evan. Evan now, she sends this one into the box. Just wide of the goal. And another goal kick attempt coming up here for Bethany Dunk. Another win guess that takes a kick from Bethany Dunk, but Jill Kelly is there to clear that one out for the Trojans. Haley Mason is the one that cleared that out for the Trojans, and Toft-Drew sends that one finally out of bounds. And now Maeve Hogan to throw this one in. And that ball went out of bounds near midfield, but they're actually going to let Oliver Ames throw that one in the attacking third. Maeve Hogan was ready to throw that one in around the 45 or so yard line. Dunk's kick goes out of bounds just shy of the Oliver Ames bench, so another throw-in coming up here for the Tigers on the far side of the field. Now Evan has it, trying to get into the box. And Oliver Ames will take a timeout here with 2:24 remaining in the second half, and we'll take one too. You're watching BR Girls Soccer on BTV. Welcome back to Bridgewater-Raynham Regional High School, 2018 Division I South Sectional first round game between the Bridgewater-Raynham Lady Trojans and the Oliver Ames Lady Tigers. Oliver Ames coming back from a timeout, having a corner kick here on the far side of the field, trailing 2-0 with 2:24 remaining in the second half. Oliver Ames trying to cut that lead in half, get some momentum going. Gibson's corner kick towards the near post. Dunk punches that one out. Still around there in the box, and that's cleared out, and that's going to be tried to sent back in by Carroll. Now, Covino has it, and she finally clears that one out towards midfield. Hogan now gives chase with Tofteru. She finds Holmberg on the near side. Mason on defense on her. Holmberg sends that one in, and Dunk makes the easy save in traffic. And the clock has stopped at 2 minutes, so yet again we are up to the referee's discretion as to how many minutes we actually play to finish out the second half. Dunk's kick just shy of midfield. Finds Kathy Tofteru on the near side. Tofteru gets around Hogan. Tofteru now on the near side of the field. Tofteru sends that one into the box for Covino. Covino's shot goes just a little high of the goal, so a goal kick coming up here for the Tigers. Good opportunity there from Cassie Tofteru and Brooke Covino. Covino looking for her second goal of the game. Gibson's free kick going with the wind. Just a little shy of midfield. Able to find Evan. Tries to play that one up ahead. Dispossessed by Ringette. She kicks that one out of bounds towards the BR bench. So a throw-in coming up here for row A. Now on the far side of the field goes out of bounds off of BR yet again. So another throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Jill Kelly gives chase there and sends that one out of the far touchline. Another throw-in for the Tigers into the box, trying to find O'Connor. That's headed away, and that's finally going to be cleared out and out of bounds off of Kelleher. So another throw-in, and Kelleher kicks that one straight up into the sky. Cece Barron giving chase over there. Bouncing around a couple times on the turf. Still can't get it to play nicely on the field. Sent back up into the air. Header attempt there, missed. Tofteru now with the ball for the Trojans. She clears it, but not completely out. Ball still bouncing around. Goes back in for Evan there on the far side of the field. Giving chase Evan. Trying to stop before it goes out of bounds, and does. Evan now plays this one up ahead. Sent into the box. A header. A poor header attempt there from Cameron O'Connor. Heads that one out of the byline. So a goal kick coming up here for Bethany Dunk. And that's your final whistle, and the Trojans take the 2-0 win in the 2018 Division I South Sectional first round matchup over Oliver Ames, thanks to goals in the first half from Brooke Covino and Rosalie Darianani, and they await the winner of the Mansfield-King Philip game that is going on at 5 p.m. today. You've been watching BTV's coverage of BR Soccer. I'm Brian Berard. We'll see you next time.